Right now, I'm standing outside of Washington Square near the Target. You're going to see, if you walk with me to my left, you'll see this entire area lined with cop cars. It continues all the way around on the other side. Target, of course, is caution taped off at this point. You'll notice so is Washington Square. Continue around, you're going to see all of these cops. Here's what we know so far. At this point, as Jack mentioned, we're being told unofficially that as many as 3 people may have been shot in this area. The ambulance just left a few minutes ago. Of course, we're at Washington Square in front of it right now. Now, we're told that we had a Target employee reportedly call into our station just a little while ago when we spoke with her. She said she heard as many as 15 shots and saw one person be shot. Again, we have not confirmed all of this with officials, but the PIO is headed out here. That's the information officer that will be speaking with us in a few minutes. You can see that this area is closed off. People are trying to leave, but they're not being allowed into the store or into the mall at this moment. We're going to stay out here. We're going to stay on top of things, and we'll, of course, update you in the next few minutes. For right now, I'll send on back to you, though. Everyone in line, let me cut them so that I can get in here and show you what it's all about today. Shortcakes being made for me. This is called the works, right, guys?
Yes, this is the works.
Okay, I'm told that all of this shortcake was made right inside that church.
Right inside, yes.
I want to know what the secret recipe is.
See, but that's what they call the secret.
The secret ingredient is love, guys. It is love. It's love in strawberry filling form. All right, so strawberry shortcake. We got strawberries on top, then whipped cream. The works. Literally, that's what it is. It's heavy. It's heavy for me to lift up. I got to get a fork. I don't know if I can stick my mouth inside of this. Let's take a look around outside right now, because you're going to see just how many people are in this area. It is filled with people, and this is only $7. Totally worth the calories. Just letting you guys know. Make it out here today if you can. As soon as I drop this microphone, I am about to eat this. So have a good day, guys. At just 8 years old.
Do you know why I want to stop the violence?
Young Reese knows this is not a scene he should have to see.
Here's why.
Not a moment he should have to live through.
If you have a wife and kids and a family, you might want to live longer than you expect.
As Reese walked home from school Wednesday afternoon, he found family, friends, and neighbors crying in the streets. The caution tape, a familiar image for this young boy living along 30th and Gladstone.
Right now, I just don't know what to do. This is very frustrating, and it's frustrating because I live on the east side.
Investigators were called to a home just after 11 a.m. for a missing boyfriend. They found blood, brain matter, and shell casings covering the yard.
I see this most of the times.
But it didn't end there. Less than 2 hours later, and just a block away. 2 bodies, loved ones, found in the grass in the middle of the day.
I want it to stop because one day I might die from something like this.
Family says one of the men is 25-year-old Mac Taylor. They say the victims are cousins. And while investigators search for clues,
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
young Reese just hopes for change.
It's not worth that. It's not worth dying for.
An 8-year-old Reese. He tells me that his parents say, don't worry, but I have to tell you, when we were speaking with him, you could see the concern on his face. He wrote that letter to us after watching everything unfold today.
It's what our community does.
With the sun came the sounds. And with the sounds came hope. Wrecked by tornado after tornado. On Sunday, the residents of Kokomo unified.
There's lots of things that these people would rather do, but they're giving up their time
to help clean up their community.
My house is still staying in water.
At the churches, only care and kindness could be seen.
Anybody else? Send them this way.
Oh, I will.
God bless.
God bless you.
When members donated water, hygiene products, and basic supplies to those left without any.
Thank you very much.
We was displaced for about 3 days. I don't know what I would do without help. Because my mom's the only family I have here, and it's rough.
A reminder for many.
It brings you down to what really matters in life. At the end of the day, people are what's important.
And all we have is each other.
Now, many churches are still offering help, like the Center Road Church of Christ. If you need supplies or help, or you know someone who does, just head over to that church. It's on the corner of Center Road and Park in Kokomo.
Todd and Erica, the 500 Festival Parade, taking a look right behind me. Of course, this one, the IMS float. Look at how grand this thing is. I'm so tempted to step up on it, but then I would ruin everything and probably get in trouble. Follow me this way. I'll show you some of the floats. You're going to see one right here behind me. You may notice some noise. That's because all of the princesses, the 500 Festival princesses, they're all out here as well. We're waiting to talk with them. Coming down here to this float, this is going to be the Purdue one, but there's a lot happening here. It's really, really interesting because they're all packed into this little area, but the amount of effort and time that goes into making these floats would surprise you. They've gone all out this year. Of course, this parade first founded in 1957. So this parade has been one of the longest standing traditions leading up to the IMS Indy 500. Of course, this year is going to be the iconic 100th running, so you can bet this parade also going to be extremely iconic. We'll give you updated, but by the way, I'm going to head over to Facebook and post some of these pictures. If you have any questions, send them to us through that way. Right now, I'll send it back to you.
Todd and Erica, as you'll soon come to see, the adoption process is nothing new for the Long family. But for them and so many other families right here in Indiana, this process has been heartbreaking. Because of red tape, they're essentially raising him from another continent during his most influential years.
Watch this.
Harper and Maddie Long may not look like sisters.
Stop.
But they sure do act like it.
It doesn't work.
Maddie is Heather and Brad Long's biological daughter. Harper, their adopted little girl from the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Long house is bustling and busy.
Can you read a book to me?
But it's missing something, or rather, someone.
I stopped counting.
A simple sign to sum up their status. Waiting for Ethan.
Everything kind of fell in line.
Shortly after Harper's 2013 adoption, Heather and Brad realized they wanted a son.
Congo would be our first choice.
They started the thorough application process, and if by chance or faith, they soon discovered Harper had a newborn biological brother in need of a family.
We're not very impulsive people, but we got to that decision pretty quick.
2.5 years later, and they're still waiting.
You know, we make plans, but always under the, well, is he going to be here to share in this with us?
They Skype. They send clothes.
Yucky, yucky.
It's like trying to parent someone from 3,000 miles away.
They visit.
Us together and snuggling.
By law, they are Ethan's parents, but they have only one family photo.
Which is a screenshot from a FaceTime where we have him and the girls are with my sister reading him a book.
Because by law, they can't bring him home. And they're not alone.
The exit letter in the international adoption from Congo is the very, very, very last step of the adoption process.
In late 2013, the Congolese government put a temporary halt on those letters.
They've been inconsistent and contradictory, and we don't know exactly why.
Present day, and the MLJ Adoption Agency says there are more than 1,000 legally adopted children still stuck in the Congo, still waiting to meet their families.
It's tragic. It's tragic.
Indiana leads the way. 27 babies, all deemed Hoosiers, who can't come home.
Can you turn the light on?
Last May, a glimmer of hope prompted the Longs to decorate Ethan's room.
It goes through our minds so often about what we're missing of his growing up, all these key years, and you know, what he's missing in our family.
But nothing.
This was one of several pictures that we got, and he's acting like he's carrying out conversations.
Wednesday, another glimmer as the Indiana congressional delegation drafted a letter to President Obama begging him to promote diplomatic relations with Congo's president and resolve the adoption process.
It's like the carrot is always moving. There's always one more hoop that we have to jump through.
So in between the hoops.
This was from celebrating his birthday.
And the glimmers.
We pretty much just watch him grow up in pictures.
They wait.
Unfortunately, about 400 families in the U.S. are waiting right now. The problem is, in the meantime, many children are facing disease and illness in the Congo, so some have already died waiting to meet their family.